So, for the last time,
Your mother.
let's get into session. Why don't we get into session 80 of this campaign? The final
round
session.
number.
Nah, I'm gonna go. See you guys.
Okay.
Whoa! Shit.
Dearest dies. Everyone cheers.
Especially Bob.
So,
Yeah, that fucker stole my death.
So, the last time we left off, the party was continuing their fight against Arle to stop him from world domination. Many slashes were dealt. Many magical spells were casted, especially with that clutch one with Takari that keeping Arle to the ground. And with no one expecting it, Dugok getting the kill on Arle. And then everyone was transported to everyone's favorite landscape, the Dark Abyss, with the ankle-deep water, where they faced the true final boss, the artifact that controlled Arle. Some were frightened, some giants were summoned. But in the end, it was Hugbear, right? That dealt the final blow? It was Hugbear who got the last laugh. And killed and destroyed that artifact. And as a result, the whole realm existence began to crack and fall apart. And as the sacrificial effort, Dearest teleported everybody out and back to Noflisile, where in that realm of existence, Dearest, that body died along with that plane of existence. And as the party is recovering and realizing that they're back with one less ally with one more Arle, they found that Dearest had a little plan prior, and it came to effect as Dearest came in his new body.
It's not shiny no more.
And have essentially... I'm not going to question that. And have...
I'm gonna smack you.
They have essentially told Arle that he is a bit on a house arrest. And, it's kind of like a camper chair. And we see Arle get...
my chair?
Yeah, we see...
It's
we just saw the chair just flop.
It's a hammock chair.
Anyways, we saw Arle...
It's what I said. It is what it is.
We saw Arle escort
I love
himself.
it. It's great.
We saw Arle escort himself back to his home in Noflisile, with the party just left in the library. So, we see all of you in the library just moments after Arle walked out. You guys have saved the world. What do you want to do?
I want to go to Disneyland.
It doesn't exist.
You have to build it first.
Dearest's first thing is he is going to look at Onora and just be like, would you do me a favor?
Of course. What would you like?
Apologize to that being you worship. I didn't mean to insult him by rejecting his offer. I just didn't need the help.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it much.
Are you mean to the Iliren? He's a unicorn. Magic.
Yeah, he offered to pull me back to existence when my soul was destroyed. I didn't need his help though. I just pulled myself back.
You may have not prayed for no reason.
He showed up and offered, and I was just experiencing that difference in reality. So I, spent a little time there while I was figuring things out. He offered, and I kind of said I didn't need his help, and I came back to my new body. I don't want to. I make it a habit not to annoy people who are bigger and badder than me.
Here you go.
In your current form, that's
No.
everyone.
That is everyone. I probably annoy everyone. Now, I have some things to do, like sleep is a thing now. I don't know how I'm going to adjust to that.
Dearest, make a Constitution saving throw.
First, you need a bed.
He has a bed.
As you begin to discuss this feeling about getting some rest, you immediately feel, for the first time, you feel something above your eyes, and it feels heavy. But you managed to hold yourself back a bit, and you do feel a bit of a yawn coming in.
All right, I'm gonna go home. I know I originally joined your group in order to get revenge and help you guys out. Am I still okay to stay here? Or should I be moving?
No, you need to leave. Or should I?
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Absolutely. No, you can stay.
No, you're fine.
In my head, our deal has come to a close. I didn't want to overstay any welcome.
It was a deal.
He'd no mind to Hugbear.
Well, I've dealt with him for the past few years. I still don't get when he's joking half the time.
I thought the deal was we helped you get revenge on your father. We did that a while ago.
And I help you deal with Arle.
Oh, I don't remember that part.
That was the
I mean,
deal.
really, that's the deal that brought us all together. So are we all just going our separate ways now?
You don't always have to. Some of us might want to stay behind.
You see, Cinder speaks up and goes, "Well, if you're going on technicality for all of you except Dearest, all of you were originally tasked to help bring Nofley together, and you did that before he turned into a dragon, and burned everything down. So your job was therefore over. You just guys continue on saving the world out of spite."
That sounds like a...
At least that's just from my
Yeah,
point of view.
you threatened Bop with being silenced, and they overachieve.
You know what? I don't think I'm done. There's a lot more I can do to bring peace.
As far as I know, you got 50 years of slacking to make up for.
I'll help you out.
I'm too tired. I can say that now. I'm too tired to deal with your snark, Cinder. Okay. I'm going to bed.
Well, at the current moment, I have no place to stay.
You can stay at my place. I have way too many rooms.
You live in a shed.
Oh, have you not seen my upgrade?
Did you build onto my shed?
I moved out of the shed.
It's a 2-story shed.
What? built you a shed.
Dearest is, I know, and we agreed that if I wanted to build something else, that I could. I just don't think you actually believed I would. So, here. And he's just gonna walk outside. Come on, let me show you. Come on.
Papa's pouting, but she's
He's just gonna point. He's just gonna point out on the kind of the skyline, like upraised on a little bit of a hill. There's this massive, shining castle with these giant walls with a road leading up to it. That's my place.
And you see there's people out on the streets are just looking up into like amazement, like, whoa, what is that?
When did that happen?
You remember that old nasty castle that we fought those horde mimics in?
Yeah.
Yeah. I took that. No one had an issue with it, so I took that castle and I cast a spell that let me. I basically sent doubles of my 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 doubles to go and renovate it and soup it up, and now I have an adamantine castle that doesn't look like adamantine.
You built the Emerald Cat. You are the Oz.
The what? What's an Oz?
It was
The great powerful wizard.
I'm a bard, Hugbear. Cinder's a wizard.
I don't
The great
know what
powerful
you're
sorcerer.
talking about.
I'm still a bard. I'm not a sorcerer either.
I'm looking at your character sheet. It says Bard, Sorcerer, Warlock.
Oh fuck! You're right. You're right. You took a level. I forgot about that.
Wow.
You're right.
His own build. Wow.
Listen, I'm no.
That was a blessing.
Yeah, I
That
guess
is-
we'll
that
check out your castle sometime. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I have plenty of rooms. There's like 10 unseen servants in every room and everything. So we can hit the gym tomorrow if you want.
I think we need to rest.
You see, Dugat eventually comes around and says, "You know, why don't we have a bit of a celebration in your new castle?"
You can't just invite us to
No.
Dearest Castle. That's not how guests.
Look, I slayed
what?
I killed a dragon. I deserve some
No,
praise.
you didn't. You pissed off a dragon, and then it went into its final form. You all you did was piss it off. You didn't actually kill anything. Hugbear killed it.
still killed it. I still.
No.
Listen, I
Hugbear
really
killed it.
appreciate you kicking the dragon after I slayed it. You did real good, bud.
Yeah, Hugbear killed it. You pissed it off. He had to save your ass. It's okay, all right? It's
You're
not
just-
a big deal.
You're just jealous. I get it.
I think that's topic.
Being
Hi,
jealous
Crafty.
of pissing something off. No, I do that way too much already.
Topic.
Ask her husband. He hates me because I was made of metal. He's racist. That's all I'm saying.
Topic.
What's up, Bob?
Nothing.
Okay.
So,
were you just sitting there just going, "Stop it"?
No, I was talking to Takari's.
Dearest is flat out going to go to center of town, thunderclap into the sky to get everyone's attention.
Now.
Turn the cannons! No, don't turn the cannons. Okay.
Like, I designed those cannons, I will blow them up.
Please don't.
Everyone, I am inviting everyone who wants to come to my castle. Castle, I haven't named it yet. I will think of a name by tomorrow, but come to my castle. We're hosting a celebration and party, because why the fuck not?
Will there be free drinks?
Yes.
Ah!
That's what the cheering.
Oh.
Kunzi, I'm gonna DM you my plan for the free drinks.
Okay.
Generously paid for by the taxpayers of No Place Left.
Yes.
Fizzy,
Yes.
don't hate me, but I gotta go check on the dog real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. You can do that. So while Boyo is DMing me,
I thought so fluff. I had a thought, and now I don't know what it was.
Yes. Corra can
I
help.
don't know if it's good or bad.
Corra can help.
nah, I'll give it to you.
Free drinks.
It just has major implications for the rest of the world, but it's fun.
Cool. So, Dearest, so as you guys walk in, it is like, it's this massive gate that looks like it's like stick and stone. If you can see through illusions like Dearest can, you will see that it is actually all made of adamantine and very rigorously upkept, and you can see the unseen servants operating and making sure everything is clear and good. There's massive amounts of land within the borders of this wall, and then you actually get to the castle. And the castle itself is grandiose in design. It has my cat open my fucking door. Why?
Has your cat opening the door?
Yeah, my cat's opening the door. He knows how to do that. It has a very nice bathhouse, dining hall that can host hundreds of people. There's a theater, a very nice garden. There's stables, clock tower, training grounds, animal pens. There's a massive library that rivals that in Nofliasile. And then he shows you that there are jail cells beneath his castle, which he will expressly say that he's perfectly fine his home having a prison cell in the basement if we need an actual prison still. But everything is also enchanted. If you are magical in nature and you walk into the jail, it has an anti-magic field. You might be able to see the traps that he set all over the place. If you go into the training grounds, gravity is about twice as strong as it is there as it is in the normal world. The library, gravity is halved, and if you walk into the bathhouse, there is a variety of smells of essential oils that changes every hour.
Oh, okay. I'm slowly remembering the Discord messages for this. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck, yeah, I remember this. This was a while ago.
Yeah. There's also a sewer system that connects to the main one in Nofliasile.
But if it's in the air, then how would it?
And that it only travels down, and the shit lands in Nofliasile, and we can't get it.
No, it's not in the air. I was like on a hill. I was saying on a hill.
Sorry.
Phone starts ringing. What is that magical device you have, Onora?
It's a sending stone.
But yeah, no, it's a very, very nice, very, very well made. I rolled very well on checks and shit to determine how well everything was made. So, that is the castle, Castle Dearest.
Very nice.
I need to close my door. I'm sorry.
Takari, where do you think you're going to be living?
Don't know yet. I have my house here in Anawithwings house, so probably there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure
Maybe
if you were going to be spending your days in No-Flayasile or back home with your folks or in the wonderful land of Oz here.
there's that.
Oh, here.
Okay. No, I wasn't much. Well, my family. I kind of want my own house, and being that I already have a kid and married, I'm not going to get thrown anytime soon from them. So I'll help out with our Hunter's Guild. Maybe.
Fair enough, yeah. And I mean, it's not like your family hasn't expanded and is the rulers in like half the other fucking places around here.
That is fair. Oh, if Dearest will to live here, it's up to him. That I will have to talk to him about. But,
A lot of
Stay
big
here.
changes coming for us all.
yeah, a lot of stuff to think about. And
Anybody seen Corra? Fuck.
She's
thought
gone.
they were with Mer.
Someone might have seen her and Dearest run off together somewhere.
All good, Bob?
I just had to
Y'all
find
good?
her. Yeah. I had to find her. She had scooted herself around the bed and would have her butt underneath the bed and her head with the cone out. So it's just dog head and cone was all I can see.
Oh, poor baby.
She's okay. She's a little loopy from the drugs they've been having me give her. So.
I'm going to bed.
Right, good
I
night.
thought we were having a party first.
Yeah.
Party first or bed first?
Right fucking now? You're experiencing tiredness for the first time. We're not partying tomorrow?
Let's party tomorrow.
No, we're doing this tonight.
Me and Hugbear are sitting
you
on a
only
couch
live
in a
once.
corner asleep.
Bless your Dearest.
We went to the party, we sat down on a couch, we passed out. Me and Hugbear are asleep on a couch in a corner.
You see, so okay. At some point, y'all see Dearest and Corra show back up with massive amounts of barrels and bottles, just in the middle of this dining room. And Dearest just starts moving them, and he just goes, "Hugbear, help me move these. I'm not as strong as I used to be."
He's asleep.
I'm sorry, I killed like 7 dragons today, 4 giants. I'm at my quota. I'm sleeping.
And I saved 8 people's lives and gave my own.
Yep. You did that. Thanks, man.
I cast silence on Dearest.
Kari will go over and help Dearest move the table.
Oh no, he's moving barrels.
Oh, barrels.
Massive amounts of alcohol.
Oh, I thought you were moving a table.
And while the two of you
Takari will
begin
try
to
to help.
He barely did anything.
while the two of you are beginning to help move barrels and such, you see Hone comes with Honey and Cinder come up with a variety of people behind them that somebody recognized as the kitchen staff at the Mighty Glaive. Look, as you see Cinder goes, look, I get it, you guys are heroes, but you gotta realize you need help once in a while.
I mean, normally you'd be right. However, and I will not say no to the help if you guys want to help.
Just accept.
You can take him to the kitchen, and there's the ethereal hands, the unseen servants cooking all the food and doing a bunch of shit.
Just say yes and let us help you.
Okay, fine. Go help. Thank you. I still haven't figured out that coffee
Replate
thing
the
yet.
waffles,
I
please.
need that.
Though, with the preparations you're looking to do for a party, we're going to say it's going to take... You'll have to wait until the following night to do a party.
Fine, then he's going to have. I'm going to ask Hone, my lovely girlfriend. Can you do me a favor and go out and let people know that I fucked up and that we're gonna have a party tomorrow.
Yep. And there's some disappointed people. There's some that are just like, come on.
Make sure they know free
Cinder,
alcohol
you're like
and food.
Skywrite or something.
Oh yeah, Skywrite. I still have my wish. I could do that.
Good if you want to.
Why? I know the spell.
Why
But
would
you're
you waste
asleep.
your wish on that?
Yeah, we're
I
singing.
get it back tomorrow.
Wait, what? Maybe
I
I,
would-
just don't know that.
Yeah. If I use it as written, we're good.
Don't worry about it.
He knows the wish spell. He didn't find a thing that has it on it.
Yeah. Dearest just knows wish.
That's terrifying.
Most
That's-
of the time.
Everyone's reaction, yeah.
And so, all of you,
I'm gonna not do that. I might fall asleep for real.
everyone goes to their, goes to finds their designated beds, wherever it may be. And all of you,
Rivals the
This one.
magnificent mansion. Just saying. That's how nice the bedrooms are here.
and all of you.
Cool. What about this couch?
Comfy as shit. It's a beanbag couch, okay? It's a beanbag couch.
Just me and Bob crashed out on that beanbag.
Mm-hmm.
Kari's gonna go home to
See
her
you guys
daughter
tomorrow.
and
Party time.
So Hugbear and Pop are out. Dearest will eventually get dragged away by Hone.
Yeah,
I'll
probably.
spend most of the day mind washed or brainwashed. So yeah, I'm tired. It takes a lot to fought off a brainwash.
And Takari, you say you were going back to Hestein?
through the teleportation circle to go home to her daughter.
Okay.
But you'll be back for the party, right?
Back for the party. We have a teleportation circle for a reason.
Okay, good.
Onora, is there anything particular you're looking to do? Or you just go
Before she goes to bed, she's overly curious and decides to wander the castle.
Okay. Looking for anything particular or just browsing?
Loot the shit out of this castle.
Wait, what?
I said loot the shit out of this castle.
Why would the fuck would I do that?
Fair point.
Why would you not?
But just browsing. not trying to cause any trouble.
Alright, if you're... Why don't you go ahead and make me a investigation check?
I don't have my glasses on.
Oof.
Should fix that.
Why is my shit not working? Oops.
Smell the cinnamon spice all the way out in the street.
Tis the season!
Hold on. Sorry.
Christ.
Wow.
I mean, if they had glasses, they could find their glasses.
As Takari gets home, she'll probably go straight to Erwin and just hug her.
And Varus says, so, I take it you saved the world?
At least. How would you like living in no style with me?
Well,
Still be able to go back and forth between the Feywild. It's just that'd be our home. At least
Okay.
try to make it work with us.
it'll throw off the hierarchy a bit in the Feywild, but I think I'm starting to like it here more.
I want to at least try.
Me too. I mean, if we really want to start
Just
over,
become
we
part
can,
of the power struggle.
if we really want to start over, we can find someone that could wipe our memories, and then we could truly meet for the first time.
I'm not risking my memory.
Fair point.
I want us to at least try. If we don't work, we don't work.
I'd be willing to get. Let's do it.
Have to add an addition to house because I don't have a space set up for everyone yet. But that'd be nice.
No. You look tired.
Yeah. He's probably just holding Erwin in a little armchair. Yeah, I probably am.
Both of you can stop now. I hate it here.
Her eyes are probably still red from crying too, so there was that.
And so
And
eventually,
she'll
keep going. Sorry.
she'll tuck Erwin into crib and
Okay. And so all of you. Oh, and just before we conclude, Onora. It's a shiny castle. It's a shiny castle. And so, eventually, all of you find a good long rest. Probably one of the more satisfying long rests you felt in a while. As you feel, as you know in the back of your head, that this will be the first time you'll wake up and not have as much world problems to deal with. And then all of you, they will come to the following night as we find ourselves at Dearest Castle, in which there is music, there is food, there are drinks, there is celebration. People just having a really good time. So I guess
Oda's playing guitar, Dearest is playing a saxophone.
Okay, and while that's going on, what is everyone doing at this current moment?
Apple ran home to get her own guitar.
Okay.
Right, started for a little bit.
I'll need performance checks from Dearest and Bob. While they're doing the rolls, Takari, you're saying?
So Takari's probably just, if Erwin is like standing, she's probably just dancing with her on the ground.
Yeah.
And Var is just also there.
Cute. Mute that part.
Oh no.
She spends the first few songs fixing her guitar. Hasn't been used in about 5 decades.
And Bob, luckily you're not really receiving. Bobby, luckily for you, you're not really receiving bad comments about your play. In fact, you're not really receiving any comments. I just think that most people are distracted by Dearest's performance.
Okay. I'm just happy to be there.
Hugbear pulls out his pan flute. I just found out Hugbear has a pan flute.
What?
There's a reason why you're pulling it out now, because the notes are just sharp. Not in key
Sorry,
whatsoever.
Jamming.
I don't even think Hugbear and I are playing the same song as what Dearest is playing.
No, each of you are playing a different song.
You like jazz?
You like jazz?
When did you all get instruments?
Yeah. When did Dearest get an
It's one of
instrument?
those,
Is that
like,
what you just asked?
No, no. I went.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Bob made a big show of buying an instrument
Yeah,
forever ago.
And then, she even did a little performance and I think got some coin from it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? Slice can do shit too.
Sure, roll for
Bob
slice.
is
And
repeatedly-
he got advantage when he performs with me.
Yep. I swear, if Slice does better than you...
I'm going to laugh.
Please,
What is he playing? He is playing what did I give him?
We need
Oh, I gave
percussion.
him the drum. I gave him a drum.
All
We
right.
need percussion.
All right, let's see how he rocks it. Nope. So, Dearest and Slice are the only ones that are into and playing the same song.
Bob, when you were back in No Fleas Out, did you grab my toothbrush?
No.
God damn, I can't be at a party. I'll be right back.
Can I play my flute?
You can attempt to play your flute.
Can I attempt to play my flute?
Are you proficient in your flute?
I don't know if I'm proficient in flute. I
Are
don't
you?
think so.
Roll me a
I don't
performance
think
check.
so.
Are you? Okay, so yeah, you're not proficient. There we go.
It's really bad. Really, really bad. That's a really bad roll.
We've got 4 different songs going. We got the one with Dearest Slice, and then we got Bob, and then we got Hugbear, and we got Onora. Luckily, Dearest Slice's song seems to sort of tune out everyone else's song.
That's good. That's very good.
This is why Dearest
Let me see what
Bard-
song he's playing. Oh my god, I'm playing Stay With Me on the saxophone.
Oh!
Pop is playing Drunken Sailor.
And so the night is passing, all of you have a good time. Eventually the time comes for the feast, as all of you sit along this table. This long table. Is it one long table, or is it going to be like multiple?
No, so it was a hall that could fit a bunch of people. As far as the table goes, it is big enough to fit 20.
Okay, cool.
Everyone else is standing.
Yeah. And so all of you are enjoying your various foods and drinks. Takari at one point, Vars goes, I don't recall you mentioning that your tavern here had such exquisite wines here. This tastes like home.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
You haven't heard about this either.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh.
You got Feywild wine here?
I'll have to ask him how they inquired it. And meanwhile, somewhere in the Winter Court, there's a squire with it. There's like a mage of swords with a soldier who speaks to the soldier saying, "What do you mean all the wine is gone?"
I now know why Corra was requested.
Every drop of alcohol in the Winter Court is now in Dearest Castle.
I love that. I love that.
'Cause here's the thing we never acknowledge. Dearest is just as stealthy as Corra.
When you're not playing your instruments.
True.
Scar is probably helping everyone try to eat a little bit of food.
Mm-hmm. If need be, there is sort of more meshed baby food prepped if that's gonna be more preferred.
Dearest made sure it was there.
Aww.
Oh, Takari's being a mom and trying not. Everyone's probably trying to play with it, knowing as a little baby toddler.
What is this? What's this child eating?
Mushy peas.
Oh, it's peas. Never mind.
Dearest walks over. That is steamed carrots and apple mashed into a paste.
I dip my finger in the apple one.
Do I need to
Hugbear.
roll cooking? Hang on, wait. Do I need to roll cooking?
Yeah, just make a.
I'm proficient in cook's utensils and I have the chef feat.
Go ahead. Okay. So yeah, roll me a d20, add your proficiency, and add your wisdom or intelligence.
Intelligence, never wisdom. Never wisdom.
But, you know, once in a while, make it wisdom.
Alright, with my proficiency
21.
and my intelligence of +3, so 24.
Alright, Hugbear, why don't you go ahead and make an insight check?
So
It-
skeptical.
It is delicious. Like,
Best thing you ever eaten.
like,
I mean, like, you human babies don't have teeth, so I understand this. But it's actually delicious.
Do you want some?
Oh, I'm
I want
waffles.
some, or
He's an
Yes,
elven
and
baby, but you know.
I'm going camping soon, and I'm just going to need the recipe, and maybe can you have somebody prepare me more?
I can prepare you more. That's incredibly easy.
Good, because I didn't want to do meal prep. It's this whole thing.
As an unseen servant just you know floats in and just drops like a cauldron of it.
Hugbear will live on applesauce and pancakes for the rest of his life.
Steamed carrots, applesauce, pancakes, waffles,
Bacon.
bacon.
And bacon.
But
You know,
bacon,
you actually have a balanced diet now.
Look at that.
bacon specifically from Bob's pocket, though.
Guys,
Well,
we
that's why I
did
live
it.
so
We,
long.
we have formed the food pyramid.
Pocket bacon with lint.
This has been the true
79
quest.
episodes to get
The
here.
true quest.
Listen,
Here's
man, the
fun-
Hugbear's pancakes. We got to do something.
Dearest is going to go to the chefs in the back. I got Hugbear to agree to steamed carrots and applesauce. You're welcome. You can serve him that now when he comes in.
Something other than pancakes.
They're just like, oh
man.
my god. What? Vegetables and fruit?
What the fuck?
I'm in.
And so-
Speaking of which, Dearest is actually needs to talk to Hugbear.
which before we do, you hear a glass. You hear the sound of a spoon hitting a glass cup.
Clink.
Ding 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 ding. And everyone goes silent, and you see Arle.
Was not invited, though. Okay.
No, he's invited.
And he goes. You see everyone goes silent and looks at him. For some of you look around the crowd, you notice that there may be one disdained look or two from people in the crowd. And he goes, it may not be my place to give this statement, but you see, many years ago, I hired five of those people you see sitting up there. I'm asked these five to help me bring Nolfiusel back from a very, very unstable place that it once was. We had one, maybe two working buildings. It only had myself, the three drows, and Bop here. And we were bound to be taken down by hobgoblins. But luckily, I enlisted the help of some very special people. Hugbear, Takari, Corra, wherever she is, and Onora, Onora, glad to see you again. You may not. Likewise, I understand. But The point I'm getting to is, after you saved Nofli Style, I gave it to you. I gave basically whatever was left of it to you. And now look. I would have to say throughout all my time on this plane of existence, this had to be, it's what we're seeing right now is most likely Nofli Style's best condition. I've never seen it this big. I've never seen it thrive this much. It really came together. And it's because of all these people. And it wasn't just Nofli Style that they touched. Every region they went to, they made it better. And now, all of Zykrand is at peace. There truly is peace on this massive land. So I'd like to propose a toast as he raises his cup. And initially, there seems to be no reaction. No one moves. You see Arlie looks around. And you see a cup go up in the crowd as you see Cinder come through.
Carrie will raise her glass.
And then Bearig. And then Neardove. The Drows. Eventually, more people raise their glass. Do any of you raise your glass?
Oh, Dearest does. He wasn't
Very-
mentioned. He can toast them.
Yeah. Carrie does as well.
I'd like to raise a glass. Here is to the future well-being and health of this lovely city, and to the heroism of its mayors. To Nofli Style. And you see crowd members to Nofli Style, and everyone takes a drink. And what I would like to suggest, if it's all right with the leaders, why don't we make this day a holiday? And every year, have a party like this one. So that way your legend can live on forever. And what mistakes happened will never be forgotten.
Part of the tradition is this applesauce. Everybody remember this applesauce.
I'll remember, Hugbear. Don't worry.
I also think
should
we
try the one with
make
cinnamon.
this Dearest's birthday.
I guess this would also be your birthday, wouldn't it? Or yesterday.
Birthday. That's the celebration of that. Okay, I know what that is. I had to do that for Hone a time or two. Technically, yeah, I would have been born yesterday.
You acted.
As you see, you see your unseen servants. Two of them come floating out with a 3-stack birthday cake that says "Happy Birthday, Dearest."
Hold a tier, Kunzi. Tiered cake. 3-tiered cake.
I'm calling it stack.
That triple stack.
No.
That triple
This isn't
stack.
pancakes. There's tiers.
Nope, too late.
Tiers.
Nope, too late. We're calling it stacks.
Going to strangle
it's just-
you.
So it's a triple stack cake, and it's just a tube of cake. It's not a.
You know what? That kind of fits, Dearest.
Cake. It's not like big cake,
It's
little
a cake
little
tube. It's just a cake tube.
Yep.
Tube of
I
cake. If we're saying stat,
That
if we're saying
so
stat,
much.
does that make it? Doesn't make it better because you were arguing over the semantic of tier or stat. Tiered would be big cake, littler cake, littler cake. Stat is a
Either way, there's a cake.
It's the cake tube.
tube of cake. Tube of cake.
And so, as all of you continue to celebrate what is now a holiday for your bravery and everything about No Face Style, is there anything you guys want to do? Anything you want to do at this given night? I know Dearest
Go
wants to
around
pull
the dark?
Hugbear to the side.
While Dearest is pulling Hugbear to the side, Bob's gonna run home and get something.
Okay.
There's plug to the
should-
side. Oh,
Shut up, Dearest. Takari.
So Takari's just hanging out with her family that she has. What I was going to say.
I forgot I wasn't muted,
Everybody
sorry.
else went disappeared.
Okay. All right. Dearest, you pull Hugbear to the side.
yeah, he's just gonna go. So, I have a favor to ask.
I mean, if you're going to pull me to the side, I mean, sure.
I do not know how to use this whole physical body thing well. Would you mind training me so I can get back to what I once was? A little bit.
A little bit. You want me to chop off your arms and have them replaced with robot bits?
No. No, I just got these. I would rather keep them for just a little bit longer.
But you want to be just like you were before, but before you were metal.
No, I don't know how to function in battle when I'm able to feel things. If I'm in battle, something shot me in the arm and
I can feel everything.
I would get the very littlest bit of impact at most. Now I feel pain.
You couldn't feel pain before?
No.
You son of a bitch.
I could a little bit, but not to the extent that I can now. I pinch myself and it hurts. I stubbed my toe on the bed last night, and I ended up being in crippling pain for a solid 5 minutes.
Yeah, your ice will be your friend. Yeah, I can see what I can do. I don't know what we're gonna do about not feeling pain.
I'm not saying not feel pain. I'm saying learn how to function in battle with pain and feeling.
Are you willing to forget everything you know and become a barbarian Echo Knight?
No.
Well, there's only so much I can do.
I need basic combat training. That's where I'm at. I know how to fight, but I need to be able to learn how to fight safely. And I cannot ask Slice because he's got the same issue.
Sure, I have plans, but otherwise, yeah, anytime I'm in town, I can train you.
At mentioning Slice, you look over to the dance floor and you see Slice doing the robot.
Fucking course he is. At least it's not
Invented, just invented the robot.
Also, I had this thought. We have been to way too many places. And I haven't gotten to experience any of the food. I want to change that.
Have you been to the Seven Dwarfs?
No. Maybe. But probably not.
We have 7 locations already.
Once a week, I can teleport us there and teleport us back.
I haven't told them yet, but Dugok and I are taking a camping trip. So it'll be the three of us at least.
That's fine. It can also wait till after your camping trip. I have some things I need to do. I have some loose ends I need to tie up. As well as some business opportunities I want to get started here. Did you realize that you sweat and shit when you are having to exercise or do anything really? I stink.
Yeah, people have complained about this about me for years. I poop every time.
I didn't realize this until just now. Yeah, you stink too. But I was gonna... I had an idea for kind of a luxury bathhouse kind of thing. I don't know, it's still in the works, but...
Yeah, they literally have a saying, "You bear shit in the woods." That was based on me.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
But yeah, you're gonna have a lot of body changes. You're becoming a man now. Don't die in the next year, and we'll get you trained.
4
Also,
months,
if you
really.
touch it too much, you will go blind.
Wait, what am I not touching?
That's the only piece of advice my dad ever gave me.
What am I not touching?
I'll tell you in 4 months. Bye.
Dearest over here, very concerned now, not wanting to go blind, is trying not to touch anything. He's gonna go back to wearing gloves
Wisdom
at
saving
all
throw.
times.
Your eye begins to feel itchy. It's your left eye, and then it's your right eye. But now it's your back, and now it's your leg, it's your knee. A lot of things are starting to become itchy.
Stop saying that, it made me itchy.
And you feel the need to scratch.
Yeah, Dearest is scratching as he walks back to the rest of the party. The party.
Takari's gonna look up and see Dearest scratching. Are you okay?
No, shut up. Walks past.
Nora's gonna kind of chuckle a little. She watches him. You look rather perturbed.
Yeah, shut up. Walks past.
Oh, she's gonna follow. She goes, no, I'm quite curious to see as why.
Because Hugbear's an ass. That's simple.
Oh, yes, we all knew this. Why this time?
I don't know. He said something about not touching something or I'm going blind, and then my whole body started itching.
I wouldn't pay any heed to what he says. Do I dare ask what you said to bring that on?
He's going to be training me because I don't know how to use my my new body well. So he's going to be training me in combat so that I can learn how to function in combat without potentially killing myself, because pain is a thing.
Oh yes, that's right. You were new to this whole living thing.
I mean, I've been alive, I just didn't have
The physical
a
aspect.
biological body.
He's having a body experience.
Having an in-body experience, guys.
She looks at him and she goes, well, I can say for certain you can, survive and not go blind. So,
Okay,
You
what
can't
am I not
promise that.
touching? What am I not touching? Because he didn't explain that to me.
you can touch anything. Just don't look at the sun and you're fine.
Okay, That's a story for a different time. He just walks away.
He already did that earlier today.
He just laughs, goes and sit back down.
So eventually, and so you guys tune back to the party and continue to celebrate the end. To continue the celebrate the party. And the world is now yours to explore without having to fear that it's going to end soon.
What's Bob doing?
Bop was gonna do something at the party.
Okay, go ahead.
Bop literally grabs everybody, like the whole party, Corra included. She's just kind of sitting in the corner though, and takes them into like the study. And Slice.
Is Dearest included in this? Because he wasn't included in Arlie's speech. That's why I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you a member of my party?
I don't know.
So everybody, Onora, Dearest,
Will he go blind for being a part of the party?
Shut up. Takari, Corra, and Slice. And as soon as Onora's paying attention. So she takes everybody in the room and she pulls from one of her pockets a box that's about this big. And it's got a ribbon tied around it. She goes, well, I made these a while ago and have been holding on to them until now because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. And she opens the box, takes the ribbon off and opens the box. And inside, you see 2 rows of rings. And they're all different sizes. They're 2 hands holding a heart with a little crown on top. That's what all the rings are. Every one of them look identical, except for they're all a little bit different. And she starts handing them out. She gives Hugbear one, and it's obviously the biggest ring in the box. And it's a bronze ring with 2 paws holding the heart.
Thank you, Bob.
She gives Dearest one. His real one is made of steel because that's what she always thought he was made of, even if he wasn't. And around the outside band are carved musical notes. She gives one to Onora, which in the center, in the heart, is a little fire opal. She hands 2 rings to Corra. One is very small and has an M carved into the heart, and the other one is a gold ring with a platinum heart. She gives Takari a silver ring that the band is 2 hands holding an arrow. And then she has a ring of her own that's just the heart without the crown, and it's the heart with the hands with no crown. That's just a little stone of jade as the heart. And then she picks up a little shield that has a flaming sword on it, and she gives that to Slice.
Aww. This is sweet.
Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome.
Is this what's gonna make me go blind?
Only if you touch it too much.
Do you need
Here's
help
gonna
putting
put
on
it
your
on.
ring?
Does this mean we're all married?
Why is he going to know? Why is he going blind?
I don't know. Hugbear said I was going blind if I touched something.
That's what. Will I go blind?
If
I
you
touch
touch it
things all
too
the
much,
time.
you'll go blind. Yes.
That's
Did you
what.
touch-
It's mostly a guy thing. Don't worry about it, Bob.
Okay.
Wait, you know what? Hone used a word a while back. I think it applies here. That's sexist.
Sure.
Why can't I go blind? I don't want to go blind.
I mean, you probably could.
I don't want to go blind.
Onora looks to Hugbear and goes, "That's crude."
I can't think right now. We're surrounded by so many fucking books.
Slice, why, are you? Is Slice gonna go blind? Slice, are you going blind?
No, my lord.
I don't know if Slice could go blind.
Wait, okay, so Slice can't go blind, but I can.
It's like
Perhaps-
If I
perhaps
can't
it's
because of
because-
girls.
Perhaps it's because you have, or is because you have non-robotic eyes, my lord.
I mean, true.
Is I still a
Or
robot?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's still Warforged.
Okay, I didn't know if he was still Warforged.
Yeah,
or
he's
not.
still
I
Warforged.
mean, if you need to, I guess you can talk to one of my brothers. They might help you.
I mean, I guess.
Oh
Great. Well,
my god!
can we get away from these books?
The little dog
I'm
is now
bleeding.
barking to be let
I'm
back in the
actively
house.
bleeding.
Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. Hugbear has already taken
12d8.
has already taken 27 points of psychic damage.
That's more than Arlie did.
Oh look, it's another fine.
It's a meteor.
It's 40, an additional 40.
Damn.
Hugbear would like to rage at these books.
To touch Dearest books, he will set you on fire.
Are we gonna take a little break? Well, Bop is looking for their pets.
And so as all of you enjoy yourselves in this party, as you guys enjoy the party, we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, it will be 1 year. 1 year later. Let's pick up
On
this
your
from here.
knees, as-
So, as I said previously, we're now going to be jumping time a bit. We're going to be jumping ahead. It's going to be a year later, in which you'll all basically, you guys will have your own journeys, and then you guys will somewhat reunite in Novi-Style on the morning of, or actually not morning, midday of, basically sort of the 1 year celebration of you guys saving the world. So we're gonna go around, and we're gonna, in which at most 10 minutes, discuss what your characters have done. In which I'll Infinite. Did you say you were covering Corra, or
No.
oh, you just okay?
Cora's mentioned in my story.
Okay, cool. Then I'll just for Corra, I'm just going to say that she spends her time in Nofi-Style, not only being with her family, but still being that sort of motherly role to everyone in Nofi-Style, helping them if they need it, sort of watching and helping watch Nofi-Style from the streets. Ignore the voice crack. And maybe she forms a Thieves Guild in Nofi-Style.
I could see that.
And I guess next we'll do is What are we? I'm gonna make a roll. I'm gonna make a secret roll.
Just do your favorite to your least favorite.
Ooh.
Right now. Make it known. Make it.
Character, not player.
Okay, character.
Oh.
Alright, secret roll. What did I roll? Okay. We'll start with Onora.
I needed you to do Dearest first.
Fine. Dearest.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was great.
So I guess according to popular demand, Dearest, you will go first.
Listen. Dearest has his fingers in many pies, so I think that's why.
All right, so
That could be turned so dirty.
Shut up.
All right, so,
Not my
That
pie.
could be turned so.
all right, so
dirty.
up to 10 minutes. What does
about
Dearest
to
do
time
during
me.
this 1 year time scope?
Yeah, he is timing me. This bitch. All right. So fuck off, Infinite. So Dearest, as I had mentioned before, believes that there is significantly more that he has to do for his life. However, there's a lot more that he needs to do for the city before he goes and adventures for himself. One of the first things he's doing is he is starting construction on a airship based on the plans that he had glimpsed in Mechanus, as well as his original ones. After that, he is spending time learning about his new body, to say nothing, all of you, and training with Hugbear. Taking a day a week to actually go out and explore these various food locations all over Zykrand. On top of that, he believes that there is a significant more that he could do to help unite all of the nations in Zykrand. So what he does is he initiates more advanced trade routes, as well as setting up a shipping company that he calls Shadow Shipping. After he has them established all over Zykrand, as well as having staff, as well as having Slice start training the knights and finding new recruits for the Knights of Dearest, he ends up traveling to other planes to set up his shipping company there as well. But also so that he can establish trade routes with them directly to Nofliosile, so that they can send it to whatever other nations need it. All said and done, he ends up forming a... I believe that we had... Let me look at the list. He ends up going to the Abyss, the elemental plane of air, earth, water, and fire. He goes to the Feywild, Limbo, Mount Celestia, Shadowfell, the Beastlands, the Nine Hells, and Mechanus and Isgard, specifically to establish trade routes and diplomacy with every single place. He ends up creating, like he said, a luxury bathhouse in Nofliosile, in one of those empty plots that we have, so that it has more than just food and merchandise, that it has some luxury that could also attract more people in. His shipping company ends up being used for transport as well, for people between nations. And when he isn't traveling and establishing these, spending time with Hugbear or training. He is spending time with Hone or Slice. He has his own adventures in these other realms, ranging from bringing light to the Shadowfell where there should have been none, and saving Takari from getting kidnapped in the Beastlands. As he ends up spending time with both of them in these other planes as they come on his adventures. He ends up spending a good chunk of time hanging out with Bob, working on various projects, as he's got way too much imagination for these creations, and Bob has a lot more of the know-how. He also sits down with Arle, and he starts recording his recollection of all the events that happened back in the day, so that there would be an accurate description of everything that happened for everyone and everything, and then having it published. He also extends the ability to be cloned and essentially come back as needed to any of his companions who wish to take it. He also creates a small chamber underneath his castle for such a thing, and Slice just spends his days training the new knights, helping with security around the city, the castle. And Hone takes these stories of everything that's happened in proper bard fashion, starts creating songs of the lore and adventures that everyone has been through. That is what has been happening with Dearest and everyone, and his little group there during the past year.
Okay. Just under 6 minutes. Nice. All right.
You told me ahead of time. I had to be fucking quick.
Don't worry, I told everyone. All right. Onora. Now that Dearest has had his spiel, same thing. Up to 10 minutes. Go.
All right. So for Onora is actually going to be traveling with Dearest when he sets up his transportation circles and everything he has planned with that. Mostly she's just going to be traveling with him so she can go sightseeing, getting to see everything from different planes to different places to different places that she has yet to encounter in her own time that she got to travel to. She's also going to continue to being the hero of her country of Pleoberg, returning every so often, checking on everyone and everything, making sure everything is going to be in tip-top shape, knowing that the Kirin occasionally calls upon her, and she will go ahead and does what she needs to when she's called upon. But mostly she tends to spend her time with Dearest, actually setting things up and actually becoming rather good friends with him. She spends her time increasing her own magic and collecting rare magic items as she helps, like I said, setting up the teleportation circles. Although, mostly it's just Dearest setting them up and her just traveling with him. So, occasionally she goes and checks on Emerald, her mentor. For those of you who don't remember, because that was like years ago, making sure he's still alive and not drinking himself into a tizzy. he actually goes along with being one of the reincarnated heroes of Dearest and whatever he has planned to do with his clones. She ends up being trained and goes all of that fun stuff, and she to all the planes that Dearest travels to. She ends up staying with him like 9 out of more than not, with the exception of traveling to what was it? She doesn't travel to like Mechana?
Mechanus.
I don't know. Mechanus, yes. She doesn't travel to Mechanus with him. But she does travel to all the other planes with him. And like I said, her and Dearest end up actually becoming really good friends along this way. And, you know, with that being said, you know, they grow really close. So, that's what happens with Onora. She just kind of sticks around.
Okay. 4 minutes. All right. Next, let's do. Let me do a roll here. Okay. Let's go with Hugbear. So once again, 10 minutes, up to 10 minutes. Go.
All right, so here's my War and Peace. Hugbear spends the first week with the group celebrating our victory. Also working closely with the Hunters Guild and Jerome the Bomb, charting out the roads from here to anywhere important, obviously with Dearest as well, because we have a very similar idea of making the trade routes safer. In that week, I have Cinder make me an item that has 2 charges, and it restores at dawn. All it does is cast Liamon's Tiny Hut, because it's the only reason, that's the only magical thing I fucking need. I just want to be able to sleep at night, god damn it. So I get him to make me this Liamon's Tiny Hut trinket, and at the end of the week, Hugbear tells Dugok to pack his shit because we're going on a camping trip, whether he fucking likes it or not. Hugbear and Dugok begin traveling the trade routes from one city to the next, making camp each night, rebuilding our relationship, and becoming the brothers we always should have been. During the day, our mission is to clear the roads from the many threats of Zykrad. It seems almost unpredictable from day to day, like the gods roll the dice and who knows what we could be up against from day to day. It's just wild. One day they found themselves in a vampire's lair, another a secret society of archmages in a hidden fortress, forcing their flesh golems to do their bidding. Once in a coastal town, they were hired to defeat a pair of dragon turtles that were upsetting the ocean trade. With each battle, Dugok got stronger eventually. Level 20, I don't know if that's where he was at the end of the battle, but it didn't feel like, because he's so weak. They would collect anything of worth from their adventures to trade and pay their way, slowly building quite a fortune for themselves. They don't know how to invest, but they are told by people smarter than them that money can buy more money, so they just leave it in their collecting interest, which is good enough for them. They come back to town every so often to reconnect, eat, recharge, or heal. And when the year is over and the trade routes from town to town are paved, cleared, and generally considered pretty safe, there's an absolute boom in trade as the roads are then constantly used, and any would-be threats simply find the locations less traveled to make their living. And the party would notice when we all come together at the end of this year that Dugok's resentment and ego towards Hugbear has all but faded away. He's had like a year to travel with Hugbear and realized maybe over 1,000 times, Hugbear has done the damn near impossible and kept them both breathing on more than one occasion. And they'd also noticed that Hugbear is not teasing Dugok anymore. Dugok has earned his respect completely. In one of the visits in a tavern, you would have heard Dugok mention running into another tribe while out on the road, and Hugbear kicks his shins at the mention, which is when you hear the name Shukar for the first time, a female bugbear who got the jump on Hugbear while he was napping. And let's just say when somebody straddles you awake with a knife at your throat, they leave an impression. So when Hugbear echoed out of the situation but took her down, there were sparks, and not just from their clashing glaives. And Dugok mentions of his sister and needing Hugbear to put in a good word. That's my year.
I'm trying to think what because Hugbear, is not Hugbear's real name. So I'm trying to think what would be the nickname for this female bugbear. What would her?
Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. Okay, cool. All right. Next, let's go with Bop. Unless you want to finish what you're eating, we'll have Takari go before you.
And Takari go?
Does Takari want to go before Bop?
But my computer, I can go. Yeah, my computer was being stupid.
Okay. 10 minutes. Go.
Takari basically made an oath with himself. Tried living a life with Dearest and Erwin. Being with the Hunters Guild, helping them out, just either taking care of animals or just about her day. So, spending some time with Hone as well. Then traveling with Dearest to Beastlands and almost getting kidnapped. Where she actually becomes a direwolf with blue eyes. I can talk. His name is Kane. And he's kind of a little bit protective of Erwin. Just a little bit. Towards the end of the year mark, Takari and Dearest sit down and have a long discussion of she doesn't want either of them to be trapped in where in case they were needed, especially because they're royals. He has a job protecting his the Winter Court in the Feywild. So she made the decision of not necessarily essentially breaking up with him only because he has a job to do and so does she. If she were to be needed stuck in another plane and people would need her, she would have felt bad and just to be trapped in the mortal plane as a royal. I had so many ideas in my head, brain just going yeet. But essentially, they did go through with the divorce, with Takari having full custody of with Varys having visitation. She still wants him to be a part of Erwin's life, but year wraps up. She is not married anymore.
And that's what happens during the 1 year. All right.
Also added on to her house for Erwin.
Okay.
There's being.
All right. So now, lastly, but certainly not least, Bop. 10 minutes. Go.
I don't need them. For the next year, Bop made sure she missed absolutely nothing. Because they spent so much time on the road, she felt like she was always coming back to a different Nofliasile every time they returned. So she literally took in as much of the city as she could. Every time someone was home, she would spend time with them, but mostly she spent it teaching Myr druidic magic. Mainly just the stuff like talk to animals and plants and beasts, because that's all she really cared about. She got to know her parents better, helping her mother with baking and tinkering, and helping her father with an artificer shop that he opened. She spent a full month in the woods with her creations and wrote a fantastic book about their culture and practices. She ran into old Grandpa Tree that we met ages ago and invited him to the grove that the Woodwoods live in, and he is there from every once in a while to hang out and be there. She babysitted Erwin whenever she was asked, and even created a motorized pram that you didn't have to push, that she then sold in her father's shop for anyone who wanted them. She kept a close eye on Arlene, making sure he never again got out of line or started any trouble. And eventually she would forgive him, but it took her more years than just the one. Her main focus was spending time with her friends, and she even bought a large table that she would set up outside of her little house to have dinner with them whenever they were home. That's it.
Okay.
That's Bob.
Do you build an actual home, or do you just stay in your fucking dirt hill?
It is a home. There's a whole house in there. It's a haunted home.
Yeah, but
It's a haunted home.
so you're staying? What? Sorry, let me rephrase. You're staying in the Hobbit hole then?
Yep.
Great,
So-
I'm so happy for you.
I'm going to roll. Speaking of Arle, as he has mentioned, he does not know how long his body has. He doesn't know how long he'll have, given it like he was very old and uncertain when he'll die. I'm going to roll a d20 here. If I roll a 3 or higher, he's alive. So here we go, and I'm going to make it a public roll. So 3 or higher, Arlie's still alive, or just doesn't die naturally. Just doesn't die. Here we go.
It don't die.
No. Okay. And so it is 1 year. 1 year later since all of you saved the world, helped save the world.
Sorry.
It's about midday at this point. And yeah, we see Hugbear and Dugok return. So if I'm correct, so it was mostly Corra and Bop that stayed in Nofliasile, while Onora, Dearest, and Takari went plane traveling, and Hugbear and Dugok went trailblazing.
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, so eventually...
Yeah, I mean, Dearest still trailblazing there too, but they went beyond world.
So yeah, eventually...
Oh, he's gonna have some story. Since Hugbear and him have a weekly catch up, you know, he's heard all the stories already.
And so, eventually, all of you guys find yourselves together again. And this is midday, and the party's tonight. So, I'm not sure where you guys find yourselves physically in the town, but all of you are together at the current moment.
Well, I believe we're at the Mighty Glaive doing a round of dark.
I thought Takari was chasing after Erwin as she's like, toddler, just running towards everybody else or Dearest.
Dearest, Onora, Slice, Rebel, and Rio all show up looking very much singed in the middle of town.
Great. That's
Hi, guys.
beautiful.
I just imagine everyone just seeing Dearest and everybody just, child, Takari's chasing after the child.
Dearest, just, what are you doing?
And it's just like she's trying to reach out.
On his shoulder, patting her back a bit. Why are you letting your kid run around like this?
She got out of the house, she opens up doors now.
She's 1. What do you expect? 2? 2.
Almost two. Almost two.
2. I missed the first year. Sorry. He's gonna hold her back.
I sent you an invite, but you were in a different world.
I was unconscious. Oh no, her birthday? No, I was there. I just was late.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were.
Listen, you can blame the rulers of you could blame whatever his name was, Orion or something like that. In Mechanus. Alright? He kept trying to talk to me about some plans, about some new warforged he wanted to build. He wanted my advice. I said no. Oh.
Good to see you guys again.
Yeah.
So you look worse for wear? Good.
Elemental plane of fire. Not very fun. Onora almost got killed thanks to Rio.
It was a bit fun. I mean, at least it was one last chance for a smoking hot body.
That was horrible. Feel bad about that one.
I hated that.
Oh, come on. You thought it was great.
I'm going
No.
back out to the.
She like stands on her very tippy toes because this bitch is like real short. She attempts to sling an arm over his shoulder. She goes, "You know you loved it."
Flicks her on the forehead.
That was uncalled for.
You're uncalled for.
Your life was uncalled for.
Yes, it was.
That you.
Wow, that cut Steve.
You know what? You know what? That's not.
Slice, take Rio back to the stables. Give him a bath, all right, and make sure he sees his kids.
Yes, my lord.
Rio, be safe. Stop causing trouble and stop teaching your kids curse words. I don't want to deal with no half dragon, half horse babies going around and cussing out everyone.
But man, it's funny when they say fuck.
Yes, but that doesn't mean. Okay, do you have any idea how bad it is if she picks it up and points to air? Points to airway.
She's clever, but not that clever yet. And carries on.
Listen, it wasn't my fault this time.
No, it's Rio and his big fucking mouth. Hugbear! Let's walk over.
This is why
Hey, buddy.
horses did not talk.
I need a drink. Can we get a drink?
Drink some darts.
Okay.
Drink some darts.
Drink some
Drink some
darts.
Darts is something I haven't played in quite some time.
We played 2 weeks ago. Shut up.
I did not. Y'all played. I didn't.
Unfortunately, you're still at a height disadvantage.
You know what? Fuck off, Hugbear.
Takari's probably just
Bob,
telling Erwin
Bob, you want me to get
trying
you the
win.
apple cart?
Hmm?
Just get you an apple crate, you and Onora.
I've beaten you twice.
I don't believe that's ever happened.
I've seen it.
Let's go. I beat you at axe throwing.
Was that strength-based?
I don't remember. I think
While
I
we
beat
see Kane just sitting next to. Sorry. He follows her everywhere.
Come on. Last start game. Come on.
Alright.
Alright.
And so we have Onora, Dearest, Takari, Bop, and Hugbear. Why don't you give me first round of dexterity checks?
Boom. Damn it.
Oof. I haven't played Dungeons in a while. King.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there it goes.
Alright, so where we got 20.
Why is it adding my proficiency bonus? Hang on. Or that's not my proficiency bonus. What is it adding?
Oh, you're
Jack of
all
all
trades.
Yeah, so minus that by 3. So 21.
No, should it not be adding to it?
I mean, are we doing? Does it?
No,
are
it's
we,
straight. It's a straight strength roll or a dex roll.
Yeah, I don't know why it's
Shouldn't
adding
matter.
that.
Okay, so what is it then?
It's 23. Or
20.
Fuck Christ. 21.
21. Okay. So you still win the round,
Okay. I'm trying to be fair, damn it.
Janet. And then we have Dearest, and then Bop,
Yeah.
and then Slice, and then Takari and Hugbear. Time. And then there's Onora.
Not too late. Not too late. I can get you the apple crate.
Alright.
Right. Off.
Alright. Second round of dexterity rolls.
Not better. Fucking hell.
Oof.
Oh, and you know what? I've never done
Go
it.
and tried to help
I'm
Takari.
I'm using an inspo.
You've never used an inspo on Dart Thrower?
Uh-uh.
I don't
I've been
believe you.
saving them. I don't know. I might have.
Hey!
I have enough inspos to use them.
You don't win.
I'd
You're
like
not
to use
first place in the
every
round, but you
single-
still double points in second. Alright, so.
I would like to use every single inspiration I've ever been given to take that away from Bob. Just kidding. I'm just
You know, I want you guys to know I have 22 inspiration. That's what's left over from like a year and a half ago.
7, 8, 9,
What does Dearest have?
14, 15, 16, 17.
I only have one inspo.
No, what did you roll?
Oh, 15.
15.
33, 34. I have 34 inspos after that one.
Okay, so first place we have Hugbear, right? And then
I see,
Bop.
child.
And then Bop's second, but because it was a critical roll, you rolled a natural 20. It's double the points.
Oh yeah, bitches.
Then we have you rolled a 15. You said so, Dearest. And then what was it? Takari and Slice. Yeah, Takari, and then Slice.
I want to say that Erwin distracted both Dearest and Takari.
She ran by the board as they were throwing their darts.
No!
She did.
All right, last round. Everyone, give me dexterity checks.
Alan, one more time on everybody else's round and help you more candy.
Oh, look, I rolled in double digits this time.
Yeah, would you look at that?
Fuck
Okay, I'm
off.
gonna use my inspo because holy shit, that was horrible.
Go ahead.
What the fuck?
Okay, so what is your
Now
final
you
roll?
know my pain.
I have a 14.
14, okay. And so first place is Hugbear again. And then second place, we have a tie between...
You still win, Bob, with your double points.
I do still win the whole game, don't I?
Onora, we'll see.
Pretty sure.
And Bop, we'll see.
Wait, are you land sharking right now? What is going on?
And then... Takari, Dearest, and Slice.
Land shark.
Okay, so what do we have? Let me add up the totals here. Takari, you were consistent.
I try.
Alright, so here are the totals. Starting at last. Onora and Slice tied with 7 points. Takari with 9 points. Dearest with 12 points. Hugbear with 15. Bop with 20.
Yeah.
There you go.
That inspiration roll, though.
If I was ever
clutch
gonna
20.
nat, if I was
What
ever
a-
gonna nat 20.
What a way to use it.
Hell yeah.
That's okay.
I'm gonna-
All of my inspiration carry over to next campaign, right?
No.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna add to my notes, my bop notes, underneath No Lives Matter. It's gonna
Okay.
say, Darts Champion.
Darts champion.
Darts Champion. So, yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
And so you guys have this, you guys enjoy this, moment you all have, where for the first time in a year, all of you are actually sitting down with each other's company, basically since, you went off adventuring around the world, around the continent. Anything you want to say before we head over to the party?
Dearest has a small thing that he would like to say.
Okay.
Get a little serious for a moment. During the last time that he was that I was in town, I was having a little bit of a health issue, some coughing, and I had Myrdov and Cinder check me out. It turns out that when you hastily speed up the growth of a clone of a body that has of a species that was never supposed to be made, you kind of fuck some things up a little bit.
You have a third nipple.
It's a third nipple, isn't it?
No, I wish it was a third nipple, because that would be a lot less uncomfortable to say.
You're sick, aren't you?
I was supposed to live for probably about close to 750 to 1,000 years. That time has been cut a significant amount, and we don't know how much.
So you'll make another clone and
I would, but I made a little bit of an oath when I made my last clone. If I die, I'm staying dead until I'm needed. So if I die, I'm gone. Most likely for your guys' lifetimes. Pony already knows, but so does Slice. But I figured you guys should hear it from me before it gets worked to your guys' way, because we all know how Rebel gets when she drinks.
Yeah. She's already known the situation with Dearest. I'm no longer married. We both decided that we didn't want to be trapped in either plane, so we were needed. I have custody of Erwin, and Ferris has visitation. He can come whenever. And her life is just we're both rulers of our own countries, and his people need him. Mine needs me. At least here.
I no longer feel guilty for stealing all their booze last year.
Wait, that was you?
Me and Corra.
Ferris was so confused when he went back home and came back and was like, all the alcohol is gone. I'm like, are you high again?
I told everyone free drinks I provided, and Varys got on my nerves. Also, I stole back my hat.
Brilliant.
Meanwhile, someone
I
is like,
didn't
"Wow,
say that.
where's my hat?"
There's no way. There's no way you could have found that. I gave it to a stranger.
Actually, no, you gave it to Varys as a wedding
Damn,
present.
You did, yeah. You gave it to Varys.
I stole it back from Varys.
We mean the alcohol's
along
gone.
with his booze.
Hey, where's my hat?
That's it. I'm now writing Corra's lifelong story. A story of a single heist.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you're not dying tomorrow, right?
Probably not. There's
But it is
that's,
uncertain.
that's the issue, is that we don't know how long I'll live.
I mean, we don't
with
know how
the-
long any of us will live, for real.
No, we have an idea. Hugbear's got probably another 50 years in him. Takari's got probably another few hundred.
No, but like, what if they go out on an adventure and don't come back? That's
different.
what we all live with. So just live your life. The
I
best
know.
you can.
But I had made plans that I was going to live for probably another 500 plus years.
Oh, that'll be boring.
Not really. You have no idea what I had planned for my 550th birthday.
Only you
what's
would
the
plan that
plan?
far ahead.
You could do it for your second birthday. Let's go.
No.
We're doing it for your second birthday. Let's cast that
No.
wish, baby.
That
Wouldn't this
would
be his
require
first
kids already, and me and Hone aren't even married yet. I had to re-propose since, new me. And Slice had to re-swear his oath, since he
I tried
technically
to-
failed his last one.
We need a slice.
Yeah, so make him an Oathbreaker paladin.
No, because he's a fighter. I wish, that would be fucking great. No.
Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunities. But I don't know. I had made plans for the future, and those are going to be moved up, because I could live another 2 years, or I could live another 200.
Do you know what's
Hell, I could
causing
be-
it?
Yes, the fact that I sped up my creation when before the big fight to go save Bob, who ran away without telling anybody,
It's been a year.
and
Get
I'm still
over it.
salty. Anyway, I sped up my clone to make sure that I had a backup plan.
I left a note. I was telling people.
You left a note when I, the guy who actually looks for that kind of thing, was otherwise preoccupied after disabling my big bad wish for my castle.
Well, how else was I supposed to get it fixed?
You tell me, you wait a few days, and then I teleport you there. That would have been a much different conversation.
If we had waited a few days, he would have succeeded.
I don't think he would have.
Onora, in all your knowledge of curses, is something you can fix. I mean, you struggled with wear arthritis for decades.
A
Was
century.
it square
even.
arthritis? For crying out loud.
Technically, it's not a curse.
It happened on a full moon, then. Sure.
And in all of my healing powers, I'm not 100% sure that there's anything that I could do.
Cinder called it an unnatural growth, and Neardove called it something called cancer. So, whatever it is, it's gonna limit my life. I really don't care. I'm gonna live my life, but you guys deserve to know.
Can I make a medicine check to see if I know what that is?
Sure. Make a medicine check.
Please,
Oh.
dice.
See?
Damn!
Yeah, I would say you've, Takari, this is the first you've heard about this cancer. Onora, you think back and yeah, cancer is essentially, the rapid growth of bad cells that can lead to, if with too much growth, can lead to death. Sometimes it can be fought off, sometimes it just can't. Depends on the stage and where it is. In this case, Dearest, with what he has, it can't be easily be, swept away.
Yeah, if only we were level 20 and had access to a god of healing.
If only.
Maybe one that was like totally willing to bring somebody back to life and they told him to fuck off.
Oh, trust me. He was very confused as to why my medical condition even exists still. With my magical abilities, I'm able to subdue it for a while. That's basically where
She
we're at.
hums, she stares at him, and she goes, huh. So that's what you have. I see. I'm actually quite familiar with this.
I'm using my magic to subdue it for as long as I can, but it's gonna get me eventually, and I'm, like I said, just gonna live my life. Matter of fact, I'm kind of leaving Zykrand next week.
Where are you going?
Don't know. Wherever my ship takes me.
Come with?
You
Or is
have
it
a
just a you
kid.
thing?
I have no
Bring her back.
holdbacks. Can I come? I literally have nothing holding me back at this point.
Actually wanted to
Only
talk
they're
to
hiding
you about that. I was gonna ask you a favor later.
Oh?
I'll ask you it later, but you're not gonna be able to come with.
It's just a salute, but a nod.
And you have a kid. You shouldn't be coming.
It would be probably a good experience for her.
She's 2.
See the world. Let her experience things. I don't want her to be like me when I was her age.
Kidnapped?
Constantly kidnapped.
You can't even disagree. You literally got kidnapped by an enemy pack of wolves in the Beastlands.
To be fair,
They don't even have thumbs to tie you up, and somehow
I don't know, one of them was a werewolf.
Takari, you got kidnapped again?
Oh, she's been kidnapped a couple of times. That's just the most recent.
Takari.
What?
To be fair, I got kidnapped once too in the Shadowfell, and then I killed everyone. Anyway, so I've kind of been able to get to some new places. Hugbear, you know about this. I've told you about all this.
Yep.
But I've established trade routes with basically a majority of the planes of existence. So we're gonna get a lot of shipments into town at some point. That's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, Onora, is that you're the only one who actually knows what's going to be coming in from where, since you've been traveling with me.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make sure that I basically need you to head up the security of that. Because, let's put it this way, we have crystals that are supposed to be able to destroy buildings, but also make very delicious seasoning for food from various planes. So her knowing what goes where, what shouldn't be where, is probably you're probably the safest bet to have that to king her up.
I see. Alright, well, if you have nobody else that you trust.
Keep in mind that Chimera may be coming in as well from the Beastlands.
Oh,
Yeah.
and when do you plan on coming back to check up on all this?
I will come back every few months. I know teleport. And you know sending.
That's besides the point.
So if something needs to be done, I can easily teleport back and right back to where I was.
You better.
Yeah. It's my company. What do you think?
I think you're insane sometimes.
Yes, I am. That's what happens when you get left alone for 50 years in a basement in the dark.
Certainly.
I need to go get drunk. Who wants to go get drunk at a party?
I'm down.
I'm drunk right now.
Babysitter.
You need to get drunker. I
Okay,
can still drink you. I can still drink you under the table.
maybe.
Maybe he says.
Give me an hour and I'll be there.
I think Daniel's at home with Mer.
Oh, yeah.
I could leave her over there.
Gotta go talk to Daniel.
Mer likes.
Takari's gonna pick up heroin.
Dearest just Snow, come on. You see the white dragon walk out from seemingly nowhere.
Would have been following Takari as well. He's very protective over Erwin. Now.
So party.
Yep.
Party!
And so we cut over to the evening in which everyone in Ophisile, along with you all, are drinking, dancing, eating, partying, having the night of your life. Just enjoying life. And
Until.
Beholder, roll it. No.
Oh, nice!
Banishment. Back to the party.
Anyway.
Yeah, Beholder appears. I've done this before. Bop.
Hey, save those eyes. I got an idea.
No, Beholder. And at some point during the evening, you guys are sort of taken to this. You guys are sort of taken over to the side by Cinder and Arle. You're taking a little ways, like up towards one of the balconies of this castle. And so you guys taking over this balcony where it overviews the Ophisile, the actual city. And you look at Arle, who looks a little whiter, has a few white hairs now. And he goes, "Now isn't that just beautiful?"
We did good.
Someone forgot to turn the lights off at the bathhouse.
This is what I imagine peace would be like. A town, a busy city, could just be left alone. But nothing's happening.
What do you mean? There is a lot that's happening.
Well, I meant that there's no violence. There's no war.
Things have never been safer.
And it's thanks to you all.
You know, Arle, you toasted us just a year ago, and you mentioned all the heroes who made this possible. I had a lot of time to think about it, and all this was made possible by you. You brought us together. You were the one with the dream, and it's all the same to the rest of you. I'd like to raise a toast to Arle. And drink to your dream.
I very much appreciate it, Hugbear. And I feel a little guilty that I had to give you this news now.
Good. I already drank to your success.
You all are gonna have to continue the dream without me after tonight.
Fine.
Tomorrow, well, tonight, is my last night. Tonight, I go to sleep for the last time.
How do you know that?
I found this out this morning.
From who?
Do you want to change that?
No, I don't want to change it. I've lived long enough. I've seen a lot in my lifetime. And I think for once, I need rest.
I can't say it was a pleasure meeting you, but I do hope you have a pleasant rest.
I do wish our friendship and building would have been in a better circumstance. I do wish I got to know you all more naturally. But
If you were to have changed and did things differently, would you have?
well, I wish, but sadly, that artifact is the reason why we won the war. I guess
Also what
I
caused
wish.
it.
I guess the only thing I do wish is that I built a better I had a better tolerance against it, and after we used it, we buried it forever. And no, I don't want any of that to change too, dearest.
Oh, I don't mess with the past. I tried that once and kind of blew up in my face. Literally. You'll be happy to know that I've made a deal with Mechanus. Not only any artifacts of that level that are to surface, anything of that level of danger were to surface, I'll be here to protect this world, to protect Zycran and keep that peace in the way that it should be, not the way that you ultimately almost caused. And anything of that danger, they'll be locking away in a vault where only creatures that you guys dub as gods can actually access. And me. This peace will last. There might be some hiccups here and there, but it's gonna last.
It feels easing to know that this dream will continue on forever. once again thank you all for getting this world to where it is now. I'm going to miss you all.
Bob, are you going to say anything for closure here, or do you want to suffocate him to death? You know, just to he's going to die anyway.
Actually, I was giving my next question. Do you want to die in your sleep, or would you rather have a more spectacular death?
I think after all I've done, I think going quietly would be more fitting. I've had enough. I've had enough attention.
Last bang.
Bob spent a lot of time with Arle over the last year. So she's just gonna be like, I think we've said all we needed to between each other.
Well, I still got some time left. I'm gonna go enjoy it. He gives a little nod and makes his way down. And as he disappears, Cinders begins to follow. Turns to you all and says, I'll make sure he gets to bed safely.
Okay.
Don't fuck him to death.
I mean, you could.
You? No, he's not my type.
I'm aware.
And as she turns around and leaves, you guys look as you look down, you see her go down the stairs, you see something trickle from her face onto the floor. As you see that, you recognize that it's a tear.
You all thought it was getting nice and sleep, huh?
And she heads down.
Yeah, I got licked.
Yeah.
Bob got licked by what?
My partner.
It was snow. White dragon just comes up and licks your face.
Well,
And so,
Arcade.
all of you are left up in this balcony. Watching over the city.
Well, listen. Looks like we're all gonna go on divergent paths here. How about we finish the night with not remembering the night? Who wants to see who can outdrink who and who blacks out first?
I can't drink too much. I have a child, but yes.
You have a sitter. Somebody can watch your child. You are royalty, for fuck's sake.
I'm probably gonna black out first.
I believe in you.
Twice.
I weigh a third of your weight. If that. A quarter of a quarter of a quarter.
Go get the heavy stuff. We're doing shots.
Oh, good. I have a wonderful, wonderful liquor that I caught when I went to Isgard. Those, I think they call themselves Vikings, know how to drink.
We always have that potato one that I bought for the Mighty Glaive. The clear potato one. That one's pretty good.
This, and I'm the note taker. Hold on.
I bought a permanent supply of clear potato alcohol.
Isn't that like vodka?
We called it vodka.
Babka, yeah.
Bobska.
That's it. I'm like, wait, when
All
did
right.
we
When you take a sip,
I'm usually
you take
the
a sip and you
note
go-
taker.
The noise it makes, and then my
No.
name. Vodka.
And so, all of you head back. All of you head back down to join with the rest of the ongoing party. As you give a little bit of a zoom out to overlook Zycran's biggest city, thriving city. Let's go around as we declare what our characters do for the rest of their lives. Starting with Onora.
Onora?
Starting with Onora, in which I'll recruit. You'll have, in this time, you'll have up to 15 minutes to give.
Okay.
15 minutes starting. Go.
Well, so basically, Onora spends most of her life working with Dearest and getting everything situated, working with his shipment company, working with him to make sure everything goes smoothly. She does take a few days off to mourn the loss of Emerald when he passes. He does, she does actually talk to the Kirin in regards to Dearest. To see what can be done about that. He is an almighty god. But mostly she just spends her life pretty much working for Dearest. Like I said, they've grown close, so he relies on her and she relies on him. Meaning she gets close to Rebel, and they all just kind of become friends. She doesn't do anything really significant in her life. She did most of her traveling before she met up with the group once again. She does, like I said, occasionally go out and find more artifacts if need be. And then when the time comes, she passes. She waits to be reincarnated and called upon alongside Dearest as she took an oath to help him. And she follows him and puts her trust in him. He saved her, and so she does what she can to help him. So, this is what Onora does.
Okay. Keep it together. Okay. Next, let's go with Takari. 15 minutes. Go.
The first kind of initial month of being new or single, she's probably just hanging out with Hone, her, and kind of dating her, taking care of Erwin, raising her, and then starting to get to know and date Dearest after exploring and getting to know him, and now those three are part of a throuple towards the end. And as they are raising their kids and helping out with they have a menagerie of different talents within the household. Kids are running around causing mayhem. Basically just living her life wanted to confined to what her parents or what her father wanted. Fuck you, Spotify. God damn. I don't have any skips now. That's basically Takari.
That's Takari's life story.
She just lives her life. And the people that she loves with is Dearest and Hone and her kids, their kids. And just helping out with the Hunters Guild and helping Dearest where he needed it. And exploring.
Okay. Thank you. Next, Dearest. 15 minutes. Go.
Dearest left, started packing for his new adventure shortly after the party the next morning. As he didn't get a hangover, as he still has immunity to the poison condition, so he doesn't get drunk. Kidding. I just wanted to see Infinite's face on that. I needed to break the tension a little bit. Dearest actually ends up packing a couple of days after the party, simply so that he can be prepared to go. He establishes sending stones with people who are important. The semi-leader of the Knights of Dearest, who, since Slice is coming with him, went to Onora to make sure that she would be able to contact him should something happen, and she, for whatever reason, didn't have the spell slots. Cinder, basically everyone and anyone who had any kind of importance to the city or his trade routes. Before he set off on his own adventure to not just explore that country where he was created and lived the greatest days of his life, but to explore the rest of the world. He implements his trade company throughout the entire world. It becomes a staple name that most people would know, the Shadow Shipping, to be able to trade and transport. It's become as popular as if you knew FedEx or United Airlines, as they're basically one of the same for him. Over time, he and Takari and Hone actually all get married in a throuple marriage, as Takari had mentioned. And they end up having their own children with weird names depending on the parents. Although Dearest's firstborn child, he names after Cinder, as she was the one who actually helped him give him that life. Because he took the Pale Cut name, he spreads that name throughout the world to be beyond something of fear or corruption, as it was once known, and to be something known as a resounding name for heroes and people who are good. Over time, he ends up having his own life back home. He eventually retires from his adventures, sits down to raise his kids, and train the descendants of any kids of his friends that wish to learn after him. The Knights of Dearest become not just the last line of defense for Nofliasile, but the guardians of the immortal guardians, as he has dubbed anyone who wished to be reincarnated from his original group. He also offers it to anybody who accepted it to their bloodline. For context, the clones would be awakened in times of need. Not just Zycran, but Zycran is the priority. They were to be awakened should something happen, not for control, but specifically to maintain the peace and freedom that people wanted, that was needed for this world, to follow that dream. The Knights of Dearest have ways of keeping them safe and then creating clones again. So these people can come back whenever they are needed. And he ends up learning that he had about 200 years to his life before he started getting really sick. His original heart was that of a giant's. His heart was too big for his own good. And that's where that growth happened. Eventually, his heart stopped in his sleep. And he left behind his exquisite bathhouse, which was his pride and joy. He went to every day because it was amazing. His shipping company, which everyone knew of, as well as these variety of stories that he published, not just of Arle, but of anything else that he experienced that he felt would be needed to be remembered. Later on in his life, though, he had developed a kind of memory magic, where he was able to connect his brain to a magical orb, where he saved his entire memory. When he died, Slice was tasked to duplicate it and pass it out to any historian, librarian, anybody who was of importance, so that his memory and story, as well as everyone else's, could be remembered in the way that it actually happened. So there was no context of histories written by the victors. So that what actually happened would be passed down to everyone and anyone who deserved to know.
So that's Dearest's life. Okay. you for that. Come on, make it through.
You good, Kunzi?
No. Let's go with... You know what? Bop and Hugbear. I'll let you two decide who wants to go next.
I don't know. Do you plan on dying before me?
No.
Good, then I'll go first.
All right.
Okay, because your head hurts.
All right, 15 minutes. Go ahead.
When peace and trade are in full swing, Hugbear and Dugok spend less and less time in No-Flee-Style. They always make themselves available in times of need, but from what you understand, Hugbear and Dugok join the Council of Druye. Dugok is the general of the Druye army and commander of the Z-Force, a military operation with members from every nation of Zykrand to ensure its continued peace and prosperity. They work hand in hand with everybody in the Knights of Dearest. Hugbear is a special advisor as the leader of the Stoneforge clan, where he is known once more among his people as Thodruk. He lives outside Druye, where he has rebuilt his village. He sleeps under the same stars as his ancestors in his father's tent. One day you all come across a letter which has a tiny paw print on it. It also says you are invited to the wedding ceremony of Hugbear and the future Sugar Bear. Fuck you. At the bachelor party, we absolutely do Feywild mushrooms, and it's the only time that Hugbear sees Corra, no matter where she goes, all 47 of her tiny glowing selves. It's at the ceremony that you see what looks like a tiny Hugbear, standing 3 feet tall, with similar markings and a large paw print on the back of his leather vest. And he's holding Corra's hand tight, nervous to walk down the aisle, and in true Hugbear fashion, rather than flowers, they're throwing waffles. At the ceremony, Dugok pulls out a chest. In that chest is an item you've all not seen in years. He pulls it out and he blows a horn. And a portal opens. And you watch as a number of spectral bugbears, half-orcs, and Goliaths come through. More feral looking than the group you've come to know here. Each wearing the same dragon flintstone armor and netherbane strapped to their backs. The Hugbear wears. And a great bugbear appears behind Hugbear and touches his shoulder. A face you've all seen in Hugbear's echo. It's his father. And he nods approvingly at Hugbear and says, "Your strength has raised our people from the brink. You've shown mercy when none was owed, and your heart has united clans. You are the leader I always knew you would be." And then he drops down to one knee, and he says, "Who are you, little cub?" To which the cub responds, "My name is Thodruk Gotan, like my father, and his father, which I guess is you?" And then Corra drops down and hugs the cub and smiles, saying, "Yeah, but we call him Teddy." Hugbear's father picks up Teddy and gives him the family bear hug and hoists him into the air with pride. The clan lives on through you and this union, as the ancestors cheer. In their vows, they each revisit the day they met. Sugar talks about finding this man the size of a hut and how she believes it would be the greatest score of her lifetime, and that she wasn't wrong, even though she was thwarted that day and she was the one robbed of her heart. Hugbear looks at each of you, Teddy and his father, and finally on his mother, and then to Sugar. I'm afraid I'm dreaming. Because the world I grew up in was torn apart, constant feuding. We were a war tribe for hire. My family was taken from me. I was put in a cage. With everything that's happened, how is this my ending? And Dugok, not missing a beat, hands Hugbear the ring box and says, "No, brother, this is just the beginning." When Hugbear opens the ring box, of course it's empty. Dugok laughs, everyone laughs, and Hugbear contemplates killing everyone in the room. Flash forward 20 years, and the tribe is flourishing. Teddy is the spitting image of Hugbear when Corra had first met him. There are also two identical, smaller female cubs who have a slender build and move like Corra in their black leather-clad armor, but are unmistakably Hugbear and Shugars. They're roughly in their early teens and are actively pestering one another with their also identical echoes. Corra appears from the ethereal, poking the echoes out of existence, and says, "Gummy, care. The guild trials are coming soon, and they're going to expect far better from my nieces." Yeah, Gummy Bear, Care Bear, get over it.
I love this so much.
In his mid-80s, when Hugbear's time comes, he's made peace with his time. The offer from Dearest to live on forever is tempting, but Hugbear's lived far longer than any of his elders of his tribe, and it's time to join them in eternal battle. There is a celebration of life where he is surrounded by Dugok and his 13 children. Turns out Hugbear putting in a good word with Shukar's sister really solidified them as a family. Hugbear made a point of taking each of your children on a camping trip, so each of them would come, if they can, to show their respects to Uncle Hugbear. Hugbear would have made a point to invite each of them out for a week individually to go out with Hugbear into the wilderness, test their mettle, living off the land, clearing the path, and becoming part of the tribe and getting to know each of your children. So them being there at the celebration of life does nothing but spark joy in them. And then the key run appears. As the key run arrives to take Hugbear, the echo of his father smiles and fades. Hugbear looks at you all and smiles. He hands the Netherbane to Teddy and whispers something quietly in his ear. Then Hugbear stands up, takes Shakur's by either side of her face. He says, "If I wake, and this was all a dream, I will find you." Gummy and Care appear out of the ethereal. Clearly their training has taken well. They help walk Hugbear to the Chiron. He kisses their heads and holds them tight one last time. And in a flash of light, Hugbear and the Chiron are gone. And in that flash, Teddy is wrapped in the obsidian flint dragon plate that Hugbear wore his whole life, with a glowing dwarven belt on his hip. And he looks to his right, and his echo is gone. Standing inches taller, and the thick dark coat of a younger man, you see Hugbear in his prime, as you knew him so many years ago, in spectral form, watching over his son like his father before him. Goonsy, this is where I need you, fucker.
And so that's Hugbear's life?
Yeah.
Question.
This. Hit me.
Check Discord. But
And just for people's references, yes, what Hugbear did use was the Horn of Valhalla.
Yeah.
You mean the one Dearest has been holding on to and hasn't given up because he was planning on using it in the big fight if need be?
Well, in this case,
I didn't know you had it. I thought he had it and he used it.
well, Dearest
No, Dearest gave him a horn during the wedding, and then after the whole divorce thing, he was like, "No, you don't get your wedding. Give it back."
Well, He kept it, in my mind. He kept it.
No,
But
you're good.
he got it
No,
back
I
in
fucking
the-
loved it.
He probably got it back at some point.
Yeah.
So, just seconds after this, something is triggered, which is what Kunji's going to help me with now. So, Bob, there is a bright
Go
light.
ahead, Bob.
Bob, there is a bright light that begins to shine from your pocket. And after 60 plus years of having this on you, you finally realize this ball bearing is more than just a lucky ball bearing of keep you alive. Cinder, is this on?
And you hear Cinder from the same source. Yes, Hugbear, it's on.
Bob, I made you a promise that this was my lucky ball bearing of keep you alive, and well, look, if you're hearing this, well, it means you never gave it back, and that's why I'm dead.
Hugbear, don't say that. She'll be mourning when she gets this. Come on.
Okay, fine, Bob. I know you're probably sad right now, but also maybe a weight has been lifted, and the curtain of fear that one day I would, in fact, eat you is gone.
Hugbear!
Listen, I had this blow up on your folks that night you left for Arles alone, and I never said this to your face, but you were always my inspiration to do better, that anything was possible. And if this tiny little fox gnome could strap up every day and fight giants and dragons, who is I to sit home eating pancakes?
I've been to talk to you about this, but 20 years on a waffle diet is not good for your heart. I'm not even a doctor, and I know this.
Listen, if it's the waffles that kills me, Cinder, I died happy. Anyways, as the caged kids in the party, I always I felt responsible for protecting you and knew I wasn't always going to be here. So I put together a small ragtag group of adventurers to carry out my mission. And suddenly, more pockets begin to glow. It's then that you all see your children pulling out ball bearings that seem weathered by time, and tattered patches with a handprint like we all had on our armor. Except it's not my paw print, it's Bob's handprint. Carry this symbol of hope and bravery, and wherever you go, know that you are loved and protected. And those who hold this crest have the makings to change the world just like Bob. They are good people, they're family, and they are your tribe. And you are never alone. And the light fades. Now I'm done. Bye.
Fuck you! Oh my god!
All right.
Someone come pinch me, please. I need to feel pain.
Takari, do you want to throw your
Good
last
job
thing in?
making-
Takari, do you want to throw your last thing in now before we conclude to Bob?
Good job making everyone cry.
Otherwise,
He said he
I was gonna
would.
let Bob go first because they haven't had their turn yet.
That's okay if you want to go.
If you
That's
want me
fine.
to-
I'll end it. It's
I
fine.
forgot that I had one thing that I found. Kiki, if you remember this, I've talked about it. But Takari Takari has vows for Dearest and Hone. And I forgot that I had them. So, Dearest, I love you. My gods, if your love were, and mine would be a universe of endless beaches. I have not known a moment in years when the sight of you did not send my heart careening against my ribcage. Dearest, when I say I love you, it's because I want you. I love what you are, what you do, and how you try. I've seen your kindness and I've seen your strength. I've seen the best and the worst of you. When I never knew you, I would have no inkling of how precious life can be. If I never knew you, I'd be half as real. Never knowing a love so strong and true. I'm so grateful to you. All at once, everything looks different now that I see you. The way you changed, the idea that I had everything that I wanted to have made me see that thing missing. Hone, you became the ending of my first beginning. A rare and unexpected end. My dearest friends, I'd like to join you by your sides, where we gaze into the stars and sit together, on forever. It is plain as anyone can see we are simply meant to be. Promise to be forever by your sides, to love and cherish you for now and forever and always.
Aww. That's sweet. I forgot that I had that,
Yeah.
and then I found it in my
Just a
notes.
small detail. Just a small detail. Just to get it out there.
Yeah.
I missed some stuff on mine too. I was just gonna let it sit.
All right. Well,
no, we're not.
once again, last but certainly not least, Bop. 15 minutes. Take us home.
Bob basically stayed in Oakley trial. She'd never had a home most of her life, so that was her home. That was where she wanted to spend her life. If they didn't have to fight anymore, she wasn't going to. She was obviously present for all the weddings, and thinks that she made a very resounding, emotional speech at both weddings, but most people were hiding laughter. It was Bob. She started teaching magic, druidic magic, at the university as well as artificing. She eventually did give up her seat running the city and focused on leading the next generations into the magic that she loved to practice. She created a small club for the artificing class where they would make little battle mechs to fight each other and see who had the best ones. And as she got older and retired from teaching, she would often be found sitting in a rocking chair outside of her hole with children from the town sitting around her listening to her tell stories of their travels, of the years that they spent basically fixing the world, and of the things her friends did that she got in letters after they all left. She would, of course, still hold weekly dinners for anyone that was still around. Anytime anyone was visiting, anytime one of the kids were visiting, once people had passed on, she would have them out for dinner. Big family dinner, kind of like the old grandma that everybody came to visit. Bob's life was long and filled with the love of family she built for herself. On her last day, she went out of town on her morning walk that she always took, telling the guards at the gate that she was just out for a stroll and would be back before breakfast. She never returned. The town sent out people to look for her, but no trace was ever found, and they simply thought she must have passed and animals had devoured her, which she would have found hilarious. But sometimes, when people walked in the woods around Nofliasile, they could hear the soft sounds of a badly played lute and a happy giggle.
And that's the life of
And
Bob.
Takari's crying again. Yeah.
Okay. And so, we overlook what is the beating heart of Zykrand. Thinking about how it all started when 4 of you received mysterious letters to come help it. This is how we end tonight's session. And furthermore, this is how we end the campaign. Okay. So, first...
I saw that.
Yeah, shut up. Firstly, I want to thank my brother for helping me design this campaign. I want to thank these chuckle fucks for
Ow.
helping me learn and experience DMing. And lastly, I want to thank the viewers. Whether you were here since session 1 or you joined recently, I very much appreciate you taking the time to give this asshole a chance to tell a story. I didn't think it'd get to me this much. So again, thank you everyone for watching. I believe we're taking the rest of this year off from being a weekly DM. But keeping your eyes open for news of Campaign 2 as we get closer to the new year. But until then, thank you for watching. See you in 2024.
Speed a blast.
Goodbye.